Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Jeannie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today's video is kind of a simple one. I was making a soup, and just as I got done chopping up the leeks, I thought I should try to capture some of this footage to show you and explain for how I make a really, really delicious and healthy soup. Now, before we go into it, a couple things. Look at this cute tea cozy I bought for my teapot. And I've got some Earl Grey in here, so I'm going to pour some. So, look at this. It's so cute. And it's going to keep my teapot kind of warm. So, let's test it. Oh, that's so good. Now, the second thing is, a couple weeks ago when we had some visitors, we took our guests to Old Town Spring. And in Old Town Spring, they have an English shop with all kinds of things from England. So I was looking through. They had teas and cookies and snacks and this and that. And look what we found. I don't know if it'll show. I've got the front of it. Hold on. It's going in there. Okay.
Hot cheese on cheese strawberry. Steamed puds.
We bought a few things, but I'm going to show you one of the things I bought. Do you remember in my Australia snacks video, I tried the Vegemite off my finger? What was I thinking? Well, I heard from you all, and I'm supposed to be spreading it thin on a piece of toast, maybe with some avocado, and I intend to do that. I haven't opened this since that day, so yeah, I remember that. But you know what I bought? Look, Marmite. I think that's how you say it, Marmite. They look similar. I haven't opened this, as you can see. So let's open it and at least see if it smells the same. This is a little... This is thicker. This is like a paste. This is a bit softer. More like, I think I could pour it. I have to try it. Same kind of salty, savory. It's like a straight bouillon, like a liquid or gel bouillon. So, there we go. I will try this on some toast, but I did get the English Marmite. So I've got the Vegemite and Marmite. There, I just had to update you on that. I think these would go great in soups, and I did not use either one. Obviously, I just opened this, but I didn't use them, the Vegemite, in my soup. But I think I would like to try this in like a really nice, like a barley soup or maybe a bean soup. And I'll show you when I do. Okay, so now, oh, I love Earl Grey so much. I did buy some Yorkshire tea, Yorkshire Gold. I do love that too. So before we get on to the soup, I want to take a minute to introduce you to something that I've been trying because, as you know, I've been not on a health kick, but I'm implementing little things into my daily routine, things that I'm hoping will help my health, my energy, my stamina, just my thinking process, clarity of thought, things like that. And doing smoothies and more vegetables and fruits and all that stuff that's good for me and Zane, my husband. Anyway, something new that I've been trying is from IvyRx. Ivy, like IVY, RX. And what it is I'm trying is this NAD+. I mentioned it in the ironing video. And I am using the nose spray version. So I've been trying to focus on a little bit more health and energy in my day in a realistic way. Not all at once, not one huge big thing. Little steps, baby steps. And from what I've learned about NAD+, it's something that our bodies naturally produce, but it declines over time. NAD+ treatments, whether it's an injectable or a nose spray like I've been using, can help with things like cellular energy and mental clarity, but it's not a quick fix or a miracle. It's really more of a tool that I'm implementing in my health and wellness journey. And what I appreciate about IvyRx is everything is done through licensed medical providers. So there's actual guidance and support, which makes it feel so much more approachable to me. For me, I've been trying to stay consistent with small, little, doable habits each and every day. And the NAD+ is one of those things. If you're curious and want to learn more, you can use my link below to get started. And you can get up to $100 off your first order on a 1 or 3 or 6 month plan. Check them out. And use my code JeannieB at checkout. I'll also have a QR code here on my screen that you could also use. Again, I'll link everything in the video description. Check it out. I am really, really happy with IvyRx and using this NAD+ product. Okay, so now another sip of my Earl Grey. I'll never give that up. I couldn't. I love Earl Grey. So what I'm going to do is look at the pictures I took, show you those pictures, and kind of explain them. I don't go based on a recipe when I make soup, unless it's something so fantastically new. But for the most part, I wing it. And I want to show you what I do and kind of explain what I do and leave it up to you if you want to, try it, but with other ingredients. It's absolutely okay. There's really no wrong way. So I have the pictures here on my laptop. Let me move my teapot. and the Marmite and Vegemite. Keep my tea. And let's go over here. Okay, now I'll type it up and put it in the video description as well if you want to kind of follow along. But remember, it's not, 100% where you must do this or must do that. There's lots of leeway, okay? So what we do is we start with what I had, leeks. I had 2 big, beautiful leeks, and I cut them up. I cut the bottom off, and I cut most of the harder top off, open it up down the middle, and wash it really well. When all that dirt is out, I chop them up, and you can see the size here. And what I'm going to do is begin to saute the leeks in my pan. And it's just stirring it around low and slow. I don't want to burn them or cook them so fast. I add olive oil as needed to just keep the sauteing process gentle. I don't want to scorch them. Okay, so then, could you use other onions? Absolutely. Different flavor, but that's okay. Now, I was shooting all this with my phone camera and and then trying to do things one-handed. So forgive me if it's a little wonky. Okay, so then while the leeks are simmering, I cut up a bunch of potatoes because I had them. And this is a leek and potato soup. And I cut those up, rinsed them off, and then I had some peppers. I had an orange pepper and a red pepper, and it looks like there's some parsley in there too. So I chopped all that up into nice, bite-sized pieces, trying to keep things uniform. Okay, then, now, here's something in my freezer. I almost always have stock or broth that I've boiled down from a chicken carcass. Whenever we have chicken, I take the carcass and I boil it in water with a little bit of onion, a little bit of some herbs, a little salt and pepper, strain it, either put it in a container or even a Ziploc bag, and I put them in the freezer to use later in soups. And so here is that bag, and I'm going to thaw it out in the sink in some hot water. I've probably got a good 6 to 8 cups here. And this will take a little while to thaw, but this is how I thaw it. Okay, let's give the leeks a nice stir. See how they're browning nicely, but they are not scorching. Again, I'm doing this one-handed. I'm peeling my garlic, and you just roll it, and the skin comes off. Boom. And you can chop that up, or you can mince it in the squeeze grater or this little tool that I use. And it's a little difficult one-handed, like I said. Remember, the thing about garlic is when you're sauteing vegetables, you want to add your garlic last so that it doesn't brown, because garlic if you brown it or cook it too high, it'll taste rancid and bitter. And so it's better to add it in at the very end of any kind of saute for a sweeter, gentler garlic flavor. Okay, so now I've got my broth mostly thawed out. There are a few ice chunks, but that's okay. They will dissolve in the heat. Now, in here, remember, if you have celery that you want to use up, carrots, zucchini, any kind of vegetable, squash that you want to add to this, add away. So I've added in my broth. Okay, next we have the addition of herbs, and what I'm putting in is just what I picked outside. I've got some sage, and I've got rosemary and parsley, and probably some dried basil. But if you have oregano or thyme or any other herb, absolutely add that in as well. Marjoram would be great in here. And just stir that in. Okay, so this has been simmering for a while, and I'm just going to add about, I don't know, 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream, just to make it more of a cream of leek and potato soup. Do you see that beautiful little extra creaminess? You don't have to do this. You do not need any milk. And so I'm just going to let that simmer a bit longer. Okay, now something I like to add is some chili peppers. I like my soups to have a little kick, and you can get that kick through dried red peppers, red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, or any pepper you want. You could add chopped up jalapenos, different kinds of peppers. I just have this shaker right there, and I love the kick that this gives. And then I'm also going to add salt and pepper at this time too. And you can't quite see the salt, but I'm putting that in now. And you adjust that as you go. Now, what I like to do once this has cooked a while is use my emulsifier and blend it up a bit. If you don't have one of these, you could do it in a blender, but be careful because it's hot. Do it in small batches. I just like that touch of cream. I don't always do it. I don't. I just did. Okay. Now, I'm going to let that simmer for quite a while, maybe 30, 45 minutes on low. Everything is pretty much done on low. Look how beautiful that is. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is just let it simmer for a little while longer. I even like to turn it off for an hour and then turn it back on before I serve it. It's just my little thing to do. You want to taste it. You may want to add more garlic. You may want to add more salt and pepper, different herbs or different spices. Like I said, remember, you can use different vegetables, different herbs, with or without potatoes. But soup is such an amazing food to have on hand. Now, I made a lot, and it's just me and Zane. So what I do is I take a good 4 cups of that and I freeze it. And that's for days. I don't want to cook don't want to go out, just want to pull something out of the freezer and maybe have a piece of French bread. And that's it. Makes a nice lunch, makes a nice dinner, or a soup and a salad. Easy peasy. So, I just wanted to do a quick video and show you what is pretty common for this household. Making soups. I probably have 3 or 4 different kinds of soups, plus lots of broth. Whenever I have anything with bones, like a chicken or any kind of a roast, I boil them, get the broth, and I always have that, and it's easy to make a soup. You can get really fancy, you can keep it real simple, but it's healthy. I know exactly what is in my soup. I never, I'm going to say 99.9999%, because there's got to be a 0.0001 time, but I can't think of it, where I would use canned soup. And if you look at what is in a can of soup, it's going to be full of preservatives or other chemicals and gunk. I don't want that. This is the way to do it. Okay? All right. I'm going to sign off for now. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there is a favorite soup that you like and that you make. And let me know if you have any little tips or tricks. Great timing. I'm hearing the mowers. Of course. Thank you to Ivy RX again. I'm really, really, really serious about doing little things every day to add into my health and wellness journey. Good food, good clean food, this NAD+, my healthy shakes in the morning, smoothies, they're not really shakes, more exercise. So check out the link in the description for IVRX. Anyway, thank you all. I will see you very soon in the next video. Goodbye for now.